Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have studied the developmental goals, income and other goals, and national development. We understood how different people have different developmental goals, and other than income, there are different goals in life. Similarly, national development is development on different grounds of the nation having different criteria. Today we will discuss on how to compare different countries or states. Here we will understand how country is categorized into developed and underdeveloped countries. When we compare different things, they could have similarities as well as differences. So, which aspects do we use to compare countries? What differentiates them? On what basis can they be categorized or compared? Let us look students in the class itself. You can imagine your friends as well. How will you compare one another? Every people are different. They differ in their height, health, talents and interests. The healthiest student may not be the studious one. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So how do we compare students? Different criterion are used for the comparison, such as for a sports team, you may look at the person's skill of playing. A debate team may comprise people with strong knowledge and language, and a music team may look for those talented and gifted in music. They can be compared on the basis of one or more important characteristic. That is, individual can be compared on the basis of their characteristics. By characteristic, it can be in the form of friendliness and spirit of cooperation, creativity or marks secured. Similarly, just as characteristic is important to individual individuals like students, for the comparison of countries, their income is considered to be one of the most important attributes. Now, what is the income of the country? Income of the country is the income of all the residents of the country, which means it is the income of the entire population. This gives us the total income of the country. But since countries have different population, comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. So we will calculate the income of the country as an average income. It is more reliable than just the total income. What is average income? Average income is the total income of the country divided by its population. This is the formula for the average income. And average income is also called as per capita income. Per capita income means the income of per head. Capita means head. Now, World Development Report 2012 is a report of development which was brought by World Bank. Here you can see that countries with per capita income of US dollar 12,056 per annum and above in 2017 are called rich countries. Countries with per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. India's per capita income in 2017 was US dollar 1,820 per annum. Here you can see that the rich countries or low income countries are categorized or classified according to the income. So the rich countries, excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called developed countries. Now, developed countries. Developed countries are those countries who has developed economy and are highly industrialized as compared to other nations. For example, Norway, Germany, Australia, etc. Norway is in the top list of the developed countries. And underdeveloped countries are those countries who has less economic development and has widespread poverty. For example, Central African Republic, South Sudan, etc. And India is categorized in under developing countries. Now let us learn how average income can be calculated. Here it is given that while averages are useful for comparison, they also hide disparities. We will look into this matter through this table. So, for example, let us consider two countries, A and B. For the sake of simplicity, we have assumed that they have only 5 citizens each, based on data given in table 1.2. Calculate the average income for both the countries. From this table, we can understand that there are two countries given, country A and country B, and these are the monthly income of citizens in 2007, which are given in rupees. These are the number of citizens. The total, they are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are the income of each of the citizens of the respective country. Now let us solve the question. Given that number of citizens was 5. For country A, income of citizen 1 is rupees 9,500. For citizen 2, 10,500. For citizen 3, 9,800. For citizen 4, 10,000. For citizen 5, 10,200. As per the formula, average income of country A is total income divided by total population. In the total income, you have to add all of this given income of the 5 citizens and divide it by total population, which is given 5. After adding the income, you will get 50,000 divided by 5, and when it is divided by 5, you get 10,000. Therefore, the average income of country A will be rupees 10,000. Similarly, for country B, we will use the same process. Income for each citizen is given. So, for citizen 1 it is 500, for citizen 2 also 500, for citizen 3 and 4 also 500 each. And for citizen 5, it is given as 48,000. So as per the formula, average income of country B is equal to total income divided by total population. Here we will take the income of all the citizens, we'll add them up again and divide it by total population, that is 5. After calculating it, again we get 50,000 divided by 5. And after calculating this, by dividing this, we get rupees 10,000, which is same as the average income of country A. Therefore, the average income of country A and country B is same, and we got rupees 10,000 each. Now coming back to the table, as we have calculated the average income for country A and B, both of the average income is same, that is rupees 10,000 each. If you look at the income of the citizens of country A, their income doesn't have much difference. But for country B, all the 4 citizens have rupees 500 each, and the 5th citizen alone has 48,000. Because of this income, they got average income similar to the country A, even though the monthly income of country A is better. If you were given a chance to choose from country A and B, which one would you choose? Where would you go? Even though both the countries have identical average income, country A is preferred because it has more equitable distribution. In this country, people are neither very rich nor extremely poor. On the other hand, most citizens in country B are poor and one person is extremely rich. Hence, it is proof that while average income is useful for comparison, it does not tell us how this income is distributed among people. Moving on to next, we will learn income and other criteria. When we look at individual aspirations and goals, we found that people not only think of better income but also have goals such as security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, etc. in mind. In the previous class, we have already learned that besides income, people have several other goals such as these. And similarly, when we think of a nation or a region, we may, besides average income, think of other equally important attributes. And even here, even in this topic, we will learn that besides average income, there are some other important attributes. What attributes could this be? Let us examine this through an example of this table, the table 1.3. Here, 3 states are given. They are Haryana, Kerala, Bihar, and this is the per capita income of the respective states. Here you can see that Haryana has the highest per capita income and Bihar is at the bottom. This means that on an average, a person in Haryana earned rupees 1,62,034 in 1 year, whereas an average a person in Bihar earned only around rupees 31,454. So if per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Haryana will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state out of these 3 states. Now let us look at certain data relating to these states given in table 1.4. This is the table. Here the same states are given and different criteria or the dimensions are given to understand that whether per capita income alone can be considered in developmental goals or not. In this table number 1.4, you have to first understand the meaning of these 3 terms. They are infant mortality rate, literacy rate, net attendance ratio. And the explanation here is already given. You have to read and remember the definition of the given terms. So, infant mortality rate indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1,000 live children born in that particular year. So, infant mortality rate is the number of newborn children that are dying before 1 year of age out of 1,000 live children that are born in a year. It does not include the child that dies before they are born. So, as per the given table, you can see that Kerala has 10 children dying out of 1,000 children that were born in 2016. And Haryana has 33, Bihar has 38. So, Kerala has the least children dying. Literacy rate measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age group. So, literacy rate measures those people who can read and write at least one language from the age 7 and above. In the table, Kerala has the highest literacy rate. And net attendance ratio is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. It is the percentage of the number of children of age group belonging to 14 and 15 that are attending school out of the total number of children that are enrolled in a class. So, in the table, the net attendance ratio for Kerala is 83, Haryana 61 and Bihar 43. Here, Kerala has the highest ratio. So, in these tables, you have seen that even if the per capita income is high, in the other criteria, Kerala is leading. Our next topic is public facilities. What are public facilities? Public facilities are those which are provided by the government to satisfy the collective needs of the people. Example, hospitals, schools, community halls, etc. And as per your book, there is a statement given, a very important statement, that is, money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. So, we can see that Income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. Money alone cannot fulfill the needs, and it cannot buy us a pollution-free environment, and money may also not be able to protect us from infectious disease. As per the current situation of COVID-19, this is the perfect example that if the community does not take prevention, then the virus are multiplying very fast into number of people. Only money cannot protect us from this virus. We have to follow the guidelines given by the government and take preventive measures. It sometimes can be expensive, but the cheapest way to provide goods and services is to do it in a collective manner. That is, a personal security can be expensive, but as a whole for the community, it can be cheaper. One of the steps taken by the government is to open schools. As we have seen the table, now why do you think Kerala has low infant mortality rate? It has low infant mortality rate because it has adequate provision of basic health and educational facilities. And the other provision given by the government is public distribution system. It is also known as PDS. It is the food security which provides in lesser price of food than the market so that no people can die out of hunger in a country. One of the example of public distribution system is the fair price shop. We have already learned all of these topics in today's class. They were developed and underdeveloped countries. And to compare a person, we have taken one or more important characteristic on the basis of their characteristic, their ability and capacities they have. We have also seen that income is an important attribute for comparing countries. And for comparing countries, average income is calculated by finding out the total income of the country divided by its total population, and average income is also called as per capita income. And other important attributes besides average income are infant mortality rate, literacy rate, net attendance ratio. And we also came to know that money alone cannot fulfill the needs. It cannot buy pollution-free environment, and it cannot protect us from infectious diseases. By giving importance on basic health and education and nutrition, just like Kerala, even other states can be developed. With this, we conclude today's class, and the next topic will be discussed in the next class. These are the homework for you. Question 1. What is per capita income? Question 2. Why Kerala has a low infant mortality rate? Question 3. Explain the statement, money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live. Thank you.